Okay, we're on. Okay, it doesn't look like this computer's playing fair. I'm trying to show you the Brother RA page, but it doesn't seem to be playing on this computer. So we won't be able to show you that today. How about if we just come back here to the overhead shot as I try to pull a trick out of my hat with the availability of yeah, let's see if we can make the computers work one way or another. Uh, and I did bring in my DVDs from what I had watched this past week. And let's go ahead and see if we can discuss some of these issues and read some Tao today. Did I leave you hanging last week with the Tao? Were you enjoying those readings? Or was I eluding myself? Did you enjoy the Tao? That is the question. I know I constantly enjoy the Tao. And tying in the Tao with the... Didn't I deal with Amistad last week? I dealt with Amistad and certain things of that nature. And also, let's not forget, it was Groundhog Day this month. Yup, Groundhog Day. And, it's the month of February, the second month of 2020. And I'm wondering, is there any significance behind the second month? Is there any, since it's my birthday month at 103, and if I looked at two different calendars today and acknowledged that today is Abraham Lincoln's birthday, too. They're all my children. They're all my children. And with everyone being my child as Father Nature, I have to be cognizant and aware of, you know, I just have to be in tune. I have to be sensitive. I have to take in the whole Trinity as we move into 104. Not only, wait a minute, this is, what am I talking about? First month is January. The second month is February. We dealt with Groundhog Day. The groundhog saw his shadow, and so on and so forth. And today is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And he, quote unquote, freed the niggas or freed the slaves. And like I said, I was dealing with Amistad last week. Amistad and Sincu being captured and being Africans being, or black people, melanin dominant people being enslaved. Now, during our History Month, I don't wish to focus on the enslavement. I wish to focus on us reaching, no, don't use that word reach. Focus on melanin dominant people freeing themselves in their thought process, because we haven't been taught to free our minds. We haven't been taught to take time for ourselves. Do you take time for yourself? And speaking of taking time for yourself, you appreciate Brother RA programming. BrotherRA.com is my website. And CCTV has been very gracious enough to allow Brother RA this particular venue to share consciousness at 106. And speaking of consciousness, I mean elements of, what are we saying here? The commemoration of the presidential apology to the survivors of the United States Public Health Service syphilis study, and the celebration of the launch of the Tuskegee, that's a black college, Tuskegee, down south, University Center for Bioethics and Research and Healthcare. So, an experimental project was, I mean, it's bad enough we dealt with Amistad, but now the president comes out with an apology. Oh, we're sorry for giving you syphilis, but are they really looking at all of the biogenetic engineering firms here in the intellectual mecca of the world? I'm not focusing on that nonsense. I'm focusing on we as melanin dominant people have to determine for ourselves what we value with our time. Is it more important for you to pick masses cotton and earn dead slaveholders? Earn your Abraham Lincoln. Earn your George Washington. Earn you a Ben Franklin or a Grant. Is that the wisest way to utilize between birth and death, and all you have in between is life, your time to live life? All right, so I'm not going to get high until 1:30, okay? So I'm going to share with you the RA consciousness when I'm not high, and see if you can distinguish the mindset of this brother being sober in understanding self and being high in understanding self. And there's just so much. You know something? I did hit record. That's good. Just want to make sure I'm taking care of all the minutia details. And so I'm thinking about going from Amistad to All Eyes on Me. Tupac Shakur's story. Tupac, big time gangster rapper or whatever. And who are you? And what is your role and responsibility in life? So, with this being my birthday month and understanding myself at higher levels of consciousness and awareness and thinking, I wish to, hey, be a mentor or try to share some thoughts, some consciousness, allude to certain things, make us more aware of who I am, or we as melanin dominant people. Who are we? And what have we endured? Did y'all enjoy this picture from last week? Are you working towards evolving yourself from being, and you know, I take offense, African American or just black? Why are we, what do you mean African American? We came from, did I not read last week talking about the darkness from the Tao? What page was that? What was I dealing with? 363? Night. Are we ever gonna reach the full depth of our consciousness as melanin dominant people, black folks? Are we gonna say, hey, wait a minute, we don't have to abide by the laws, rules, and regulations of our melanin recessive inbred mutant child's brain structure? There seems to be some deficiency or elements of, there seems to be some non-clarity there. You know, where we value something outside of ourselves. So can we get to the root of who we are as black folks? Understand night. What did the Tao say? A mother without a mother. Is that who we are? Can we get that deep into the inner essence of our divine nature? Can we see self as great? We say we love ourselves, but how do you demonstrate love for yourself when you're on the plantation pick and masters cotton 168 hours in a week. I think I said 178. But out of that week, in that week's time, how much of that time are you on the plantation trying to earn you a dead slaveholder? Is it possible to change what we value? Can you value yourself to say, hey, look, I'm not going to sell myself short any longer. I'm going to change what I value. And in changing what you value, you see yourself as a child of the sun, the S-U-N. And you peel off being an African American. You peel off being a nigger. I mean, names are names. But do you understand your inner essence? I'm going to shut up there. I'm recording, and I'm just going to begin reading after I make reference to, I talked about these two here, Amistad and All Eyes on Me. Wearing the crucifix. And I did show you the image of the cube folding up on itself. Is that correct? Have I shown you that? The cube. Are you capable of acknowledging that you are a straight line? When we talk about a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and there is a line. I wish I could bring up my website page, but that page seems to be flickering. And I don't see it here in this batch of pictures. Maybe I should just show you the pictures. And go from there. No, I don't feel like dealing with all of those particular topics. Actually, today I seem to be very temperamental, moody, and attitudinal. Yeah, here's a picture. Ponder this for a second. I'm talking about being a mentor. And I, as a black thinking man, am I going to share get an education. Yeah, you need to be stamped USDA grade A approved and appropriate satisfying nigga under white man's education. Yes, go to Harvard, MIT, go to these schools that teach you to value energies outside of yourself. Don't value yourself. And then, what are we talking about? 0 dark 30. This is about the hunt for bin Laden. And it was two white women in the United States governmental processing, that basically found bin Laden, quote unquote, the one who was behind 911, quote unquote. But we only know what the media tells us. And if I'm talking about misinformation and miseducation and levels of self-hate, can you believe in anything that's written in a book? Or must you experience certain things in your life? Okay, so February 17th, what is that, Monday? Oh, I made reference, this is February, blah, blah, blah. Groundhog Day, Abraham Lincoln, Valentine's Day, Brother R.A.'s birthday. There's a birthday. There's all of this February. And there's actually 29 days in this February. With that extra day, are you going to value yourself anymore? I mean, okay, so women found bin Laden, but women weren't able to attend Harvard. That's why they created a Leslie and a Wheelock, the women branch of education. Now, didn't I make reference to the calcified pineal gland and the liquid balancing pineal gland? See how water balances itself to the surface of the earth, and we have this moisture here. But women are proud now they had input on finding bin Laden. Here's my input. Think it's not illegal yet. You as melanin dominant black motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself, African American, nigger, black. You're a human being. And life came from night first. Black women are the night. And didn't it say night was the mother of all mothers, or the mother without a mother? Because you were the first. Where's the recognition and the cognizance of the consciousness of melanin dominant biological living light black women? Okay, so all eyes on me. From slavery to Tupac to Zero Dark 30. Women are now being acknowledged. White women are being acknowledged. Let's continue on. Oh my goodness. Some hard. Here, let's go. Black man. Collateral beauty. And I'm looking for the mother of my child. And Beyond the Lights, you talk about difficult storylines. Black man has a child and the child transitions before him. And this child becomes a superstar. Her mother's constantly pushing her, and she doesn't feel like she's living her own life. So she contemplates suicide. Are you either one of these characters? I mean, I'm talking about going from some type of education and learning, but do you learn who the fuck you are? And do you value yourself? Do you value your internal innateness of instinct and divinity? Do you take time for yourself? So 126, okay, I made reference to these two DVDs. Oh, Tyler Perry. He didn't play Medea in this one. He played Alex Cross. Go up against a black man. Am I that black man? I talk about the crucifix, Alex Cross, but I'm a cube that folds in on itself, and I'm unable to share that particular image with you since of computer difficulties. But the cube, if you take a cube and lay it out, it becomes that crucifix. But it's also perpendicular lines. Are you comprehending and capable of seeing yourself with your spine straight and you standing on the surface of the earth? Could you become a perpendicular line holding your head up? Isn't that what he says? Sin Q and Amistad. Hold your head up, boy. Are we capable of holding up our head? And, aftermath. World wars. And our melanin recessive inbred mutant albino children conquering the world and have conquered our mind frame. Is there an aftermath of you becoming cognizant and conscientious and sensitive of who you are? We just gonna, what is this? After the wedding? Aftermath, and we've married into this nonsense at 129. We've married into a calcified pineal gland societal structure valuing an energy outside of yourself, and don't value yourself because you've been taught that, oh no, you're a nigger. The media you've ingested has been totally tainted and washed so that you don't appreciate your nose, you don't appreciate your face, you don't appreciate your melanin dominant skin and your liquid pineal gland. 130. So, aftermath, the aftermath, can we, with this straight line, can you see yourself as divine? In 2020, get rooted and grounded and do a little bit more for yourself. And she found the mother of she was playing the stepmother, and she found the mother over in India helping out children and brought the mother to the United States and said, I need help. Y'all have to watch it. I won't give away the storyline. But I say that we're primarily adrift. Can you imagine being on a boat or a yacht in the middle of the ocean? Any one of the oceans on the planet, and it was a great storyline. That woman survived. It's based on a true story. And here I am, adrift in consciousness, being thought-provoking and aware and cognizant and sharing information. But I don't see others aware of who they are and their divinity in life. I don't see others saying, wow, I'm divine energy. I can, even though I may have ascertained nonsense of such flavor, oh, I can't do that. That's right, okay. So here, take a look at that. I can't show you anything on this screen. Here, so take this off. And you ponder yourself, are you sharing with your children, being a mentor? Are we raising our children's consciousness? Oh, how can he talk that way doing such an activity? But wait a minute, who said this was wrong at 1:33? I mean, here's my balance, here's my life. I'm light as a feather, and I'm taking in herb. How are we to determine what's right and wrong for us? Most of y'all out there eating cheese pizza. or dairy products or sugar products. Oh, yeah. I don't hear no one saying shit about that. No, he's getting high on air. Oh, my God. You drink coffee? You eat a donut? Anything white for you is not good, whether it's flour, sugar, salt, and what's the sign? Black Lives Matter? Why don't they say white lives matter? Or melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland, their lives matter. Those are my albino children that I left out in the woods. I didn't think their lives mattered. I didn't want no white baby. I left it out. It was raised by the wolf. Now, where are we in this election year, 2020, and little young black man won the Super Bowl? Against the 49ers. The Indians against the 49ers. I mean, what kind of metaphor is that? In 2020. What are we dealing with? Money? Who's up in the owner's booth? And who's on the field? I'm just advocating more melanin dominant black people raising their self-esteem and self-confidence. Alright, I've spoken enough. I dealt with the DVDs, all of that bull. I was going to go to the Grand Lodge tour and make the comparison between the beavers and the groundhog, but that's all esoteric, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do something that I choose to do, is read the Tao from the pages that I had read to myself, but I'll share with you. And I do hope to also get to the point of since I'll be single, never married, no kids, 138, have my own TV show, crazy content, but single, never married, no kids, fertile, and looking for the mother of my child. And I know I ended last week's show talking about, well, what are the prerequisites? So what are the requirements? What am I looking for? And as being that role model for young black men, it's like, yo, dudes, you just can't be sleeping with any old buddy. We have to reverse the whole psyche. We've been fucked, all right? and you as a young black man, if you're Patrick Mahomes or the Baltimore quarterback He looked so depressed. You could feel his chi. He was like so, because he lost. But yo, don't take the competition so hard, because we as melanin dominant black men, Father Nature, we're the ones responsible for this situation. Where else are you going to get this kind of programming? 1:40 into the show, middle of the week. Last week I made reference. What did 5 stand for? Just like Wednesday is in this days on both sides, it's the middle of the week. I'm settling in to myself, hopefully bringing in all of this chi and energy into the core of the earth. 5 is that middle digit too. There's 4 fingers on each side of number 5. So that thumb, we have that thumb, the ability to grab or grasp. We have the consciousness elevated in our psyche to understand, wait a minute, a square is 360 degrees. A circle is 360 degrees. A sphere is 360 degrees. That's why I bring in the big ball. People be in my house and shit, moving my shit off. What you got a big old ball in your house for? You know, them rubber balls where you throw it, it bounces. We used to play dodgeball with that or whatever. But it's an example of the sphere, the consciousness, the 9 at the top of the stem. You are that one connected to the earth. Are you reaching all aspects of your mind? Alright, so let's shut up and try to follow your script. You just keep going all off tangent. Oh, read the Tao. The Tao, I need to get to page Censorship 164. 164, censorship. Emperors uphold censorship, but extreme repression leads to extreme reaction. Individualists believe in freedom, but extreme expression leads to extreme reaction. The emperors of China and Rome punished any expression that displeased them, whether it was dissent, unpleasant news, or portrait that disgusted them. They were ready to destroy the perpetrators without hesitation. Today there are democracies, but no less a tendency to punish dissent, manipulate information, or castigate artists. Those in power should be careful. Push the people too far, and they will rebel. Artists from early on have tried to push the limits of their expression, driven by the desire to create. They have sought to strike down every boundary. But as long as they do this in a social setting, they should not outpace their audiences. Those who create must be careful. Challenge the people too much, and they will rebel. So, there are two extremes: the desires of the powerful, who feel that censorship is just a tool, and the tendencies of the creative, who feel that they should have no limits to their freedom. Those who follow Tao avoid these extremes. They avoid becoming the ruler, for such a position is fraught with danger, hypocrisy, and disappointment. Neither will they become the grandstanding artist to arouse others is likewise dangerous. If they must rule, they must use compassion as their standard. If they do create, they find satisfaction in self-expression. Above all, they avoid any extreme that will take them from Tao. 165, Master. Deception occurs when you are divided. Truth appears when you are whole. Uniting male and female brings illumination. The real master is a perfect light. No one is ineligible to know higher truth. When concentration, energy, and thinking are scattered, we cannot break out of ignorance. The diversity and the contradictions of existence confuse us, and appearances deceive us. Do we need a master to help us in the struggle to know the truth? In the beginning, we do. What is often said is that the human master is but a temporary and imperfect manifestation of the ultimate truth. Without a master, you cannot make a beginning. If you never look beyond the person, you will never attain the entirety. A good master leads you to the true master within. Only that master, who is your own higher self, can adequately answer all questions. Once you unite all elements within yourself, metaphorically referred to as the uniting of the male and the female. The light that dispels darkness appears. Just as all colored light together makes colorless light, so too does the combination of all our faceted results in the integration of our polarities. When this happens, you will see a light in your meditations. And this light brings knowledge. That is why it is called the true master. Am I on a script? What am I supposed to be doing now? Oh, Sage 168. Do I have time? Do I even want to? I don't think I'll do that to you. 168. We'll wait till next week. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to share as a thinking, melanin dominant black motherfucker looking for the mother of my children. It's like, can we have a conversation? Will we be able to talk, or would you be serving an energy outside of yourself? Oh no, I gotta serve Jesus Christ. But you can't see yourself as the master? I can find more white women that can see themselves as a god or a goddess. Hey, you see yourself as a goddess? I could possibly see myself as a goddess, yeah. What's up with the white woman's self-esteem? What is the white man embedded in the media? White women talk about they found Bin Laden, but my black women are talking about ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a J-O-B to be with me. I'm fucked. $58, looking for the mother of my child. You know, my mother rubbed my feet when I was a baby, and my feet came out like that, and so I want a woman with pretty feet. Can't walk on the inside of your feet. That's wrong, huh? You can't make those kind of specific requests. Can you do that shit? Yo, I want my woman to be looking like this. Not like that. Are we in competition? You know, as a thinking black man, motherfucker, whoever you want. I'm just like trying to find a mate. Someone who can understand where I'm at and still be fine. And what is fine? I grew up with Marianne and Ginger. And what's this one who was in the Divergent series? Just watched her again last night. Oh yeah, you gotta be thin and narrow. I'm just jacked in my head. I don't know. Y'all want to have a conversation with me? How miseducated, how many levels of self-hate. I'm just identifying a problem. I don't have any, I'm just living life one day at a time. Think it's not illegal yet. I'm going to shut up now because this shit always cuts me off early. So